Every single unit available, all the way up to the chief, responded to the scene.
All hands on deck as an active shooter call just before 11 this morning forces the evacuation of a Belton warehouse. But as it turns out, police say that active shooter never existed. I'm John Holt.
And I'm Christelle Bell. Nevertheless, the potential for that threat made for a tense morning at that Chewy Pet Supply warehouse. Fox 4's Malik Jackson has been on the ground all afternoon working this story. Malik, now that the investigation, now that we know that there is no threat, the investigation into what led to this call actually now begins.
Good evening, Christelle and John. It does, and police say getting answers into how this escalated into an active shooter situation could take some time. But even the thought that a person had a gun here this morning provided for a very scary, eventful morning. A report of an active shooter here at this pet supply warehouse had employees confused, not knowing what was going on.
I just pulled up and seen a lot of state troopers. I didn't know what was going on, seriously.
But the nerves didn't stop there. Rodney Love works next door, and his mom works in the warehouse.
I was just worried. They told me I couldn't leave.
It would be nearly 2 hours before he would be reunited with his mother.
I can't lose this person. That's the main thing I was thinking. So I just can't. Beyond 100, I was nervous, so still nervous about it.
This afternoon, police clarified the source of the call, saying it came from a nearby Saddle Creek warehouse based on something they heard over the radio. Immediately, the Belton Police Department, Cass County Sheriff's Office, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol all responded.
When officers arrived, we formed small teams and began entering the building to at least do a cursory search and deal with any threat that was encountered.
Lieutenant Dan Davis says there were no injuries, there were no weapons, and a gunman was never located. Davis pleased with the protocols of both the police and the staff at Chewy.
There was not a sense of panic that I saw. Some people were more upset than others. However, it wasn't pandemonium. You could tell that these companies had trained their employees what to do in these events, and as you drove up, you probably saw large groups of employees in designated areas in the parking lot. And that's all by design. That doesn't happen by accident.
Now, as we mentioned at the top, how this call got reported in is currently under investigation. We reached out to Chewy, and late this afternoon they responded saying that the top priority of theirs is their team members, and they were thankful to law enforcement. In Belton, I'm Malik Jackson, Fox 4, working for you.